What's up to the gang? It's your girl Tigger. I'm back with another video, and as y'all can tell by the title, we're about to get into some do's and don'ts about New Orleans if you ever plan on coming here anytime soon. Before we get to it, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. And without further ado, y'all, let's get straight into the video. So I'm gonna start out with 5 do's, and then we'll end it off with 5 don'ts. So get your paper ready, get your iPads, whatever you need, get your sources ready, because these are, y'all might want to listen. Number 1, do try all the food you get your hands on. And I do mean all foods. Now, of course, if you have food allergies, stay away from certain foods. But for the most part, you're going to want to try almost everything from here because everything is unique and everything is different. Now, some recipes might call for the same things, but it's made a whole different entire way. So I would try the food. First thing you do when you get off that plane, besides, getting your belongings and using the bathroom, go get some food because I promise you'll fall in love. The second do is schedule spooky time. Now, I know a lot of people would like to come to New Orleans around October because, voodoo and all the crap that we have down here. But honestly, you can come any time of the year and get that. You don't have to come here for a specific month or season or anything like that. Voodoo is practiced all year round, y'all. So if you're not into that, I'm sorry. But for the ones that are, they do have haunted mansions, haunted, I want to say hospitals, and there's a lot of shit that goes down. There's graveyards and everything, I promise you. You into spooky shit, New Orleans is the place you need to go. Number 3, do walk down Frenchman Street. So I feel like a lot of people don't know what Frenchman Street is. It is not the French Quarter. It is not Bourbon. It is somewhat close to that area, but not too close to that area, if that makes sense. So Frenchman Street is more like a shopping and food place, still by the water. It's like a breath of fresh air if you don't want to go around all the chaos where Bourbon and all of that is. So I do suggest you go to Frenchman Street if you get a chance. Do go to the Garden District. The Garden District is so beautiful. Mind y'all, there's so many different districts in New Orleans, but the Garden District, y'all need to go to. The entire area is amazing. You guys will see a lot of unique houses. You'll see it's just a lot of stuff in the Garden District. So make sure you go to the Garden District. The last do I have for y'all is to find a good spot to view the Mississippi River. Now, the Mississippi River, for the ones that actually paid attention in school, knows that the Mississippi River flows all the way from the north and goes all the way to the south, okay? So, Mississippi River is the largest fucking river in the USA, right? It goes all the way from Canada all the way down to the end of Mississippi and Louisiana. And honestly, any good part of New Orleans, you can see the Mississippi River. I prefer to see it up close and personal, but you can also be on the bridge and see it. You can be by the aquarium and see it. There's so many different places you can be in New Orleans to see the Mississippi River, but you have to see how, it's really big, y'all. That bitch is massive. It's massive. So do those. Now let's get to the don'ts. Here are 5 don'ts of coming here. Just to forewarn y'all, okay? The first don't is don't plan an entire night out on Bourbon Street. I beg y'all not to do that. Do not spend an entire night at Bourbon Street. And here's why. I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, we gotta go to Bourbon, Natives of New Orleans hate Bourbon Streets very passionately, okay? I'm not gonna get into the nitty gritty of why. If you're a native, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, the reason why is because it smells like piss. It smells like throw up. It's always an adventure going to Bourbon Street. Yes, there's a lot of stores. Yes, there's a lot of food. But there's also a lot of strip clubs, a lot of pickpocketers. It's a lot of sketchy shit. So if you've ever been to any type of downtown of a big famous city or heavy populated city, that's exactly what you're going to get in New Orleans, but a little bit worse. Just a little bit. So if I were you, definitely go to Bourbon Street in groups. Don't go by yourself. I strongly suggest that. Don't go by yourself anywhere in New Orleans by yourself, just as a caution to yourself and the ones around you. The second don't is don't spend your whole day out in the heat. Y'all, okay, so I just came back from Houston, and Texas heat is something different than our heat. So much worse than our heat. But you can still catch a case out in this heat. I'm just letting you know. The southern heat is nothing to play about. So, you gotta think about it. Our heat is mixed with humidity. Humidity is what makes you sweat. Humidity is what makes it even hotter than it really is. So if you're not from here, hydrate. And even if you want to hydrate, don't be out in the sun the entire day. Find some shade. Take maybe an hour or two to, don't be out in this heat all the time. Don't do it. We don't even like being out in this heat all day. So I don't advise you to do that. The third don't is don't get your palm read by the first person you see advertising it. I'm not trying to say they're sketchy, y'all, but don't do that. Don't do it. I mean, if you want to be adventurous and you say fuck it and do it anyway, that's on your body. But I would not advise you to do that, because not every single person that does voodoo or every person that does palm readings know what they're talking about, know what they're doing, and they're literally just trying to get your attention so they can scam you. I'm being 100% honest. So do not get your palm read by the first person that you see. If you really are into stuff like that, I would definitely look into it before letting anyone do that to you. Like, literally do your research, see who's the best in the area or whatever you got to do. Don't go to the first person, because like I said, y'all, just like on Bourbon Street, they like to jip people. They will tell you something's for free, or they'll want to give you something, and then guess what? They're gonna want something in return. Okay, just letting you know. The fourth don't is don't go to Cafe Du Mont first thing in the morning. Why do I say that? I know beignets are very popular as breakfast foods. Y'all can get beignets any time of the day. Anytime. I used to get beignets at night. Them bitches be smacking at night, okay? Yes, they smack in the morning too, they do. But them night beignets are something else. The reason why I say don't go in the morning is because it be hella packed. And honestly, you might be spending, depending on what Cafe Du Monde you go to, you might spend at least an hour in line. At least. Like, traffic, all of that, don't do it. Just do it at a calm hour. If you really want to try Cafe Du Monde for the first time ever, I would look at your closest Cafe Du Monde and figure out when their less busiest time of the day is. That'd be your best time to go, because you won't feel rushed. You can actually enjoy it. You can sit there and have a good time. So I'm looking out for y'all. Just looking out. So the last don't is don't eat spicy food if you're already not a fan. The reason why I say that, we have a lot of food that has a lot of flavor. Not saying everything we have is spicy out here, but we have a lot of seasoning and we have a lot of flavor in our food. So if you are not a big fan of spicy food, I would not recommend you eating anything spicy from here, because no, we don't have the spiciest food out here, but baby, them spices could kick on your ass real quick. I'm just, like I said, I'm a native, baby. I know what I'm talking about. Don't do it. So if you ever want to eat something, always ask, make sure it's not spicy or anything like that, because 9 times out of 10 they won't have on the menu that it's spicy. So if you're really wanting to try something, like I said, you guys can look it up beforehand. You can even ask your waiter, your server. 9 times out of 10 they're very knowledgeable about the food that they serve, because it's part of their job. So you can always ask. But yeah, if you don't like spicy, don't eat no spicy food. Don't do it. Don't do it, y'all. Don't do it. But those were my 5 do's and don'ts about New Orleans. For the ones that plan on coming here, you're welcome. The ones that have been here or do live here, let me know in the comments if I missed any, or if I should add any, if I should do a part 2. Let me know if y'all agree, disagree. Just let me know. But to the gang, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.